Science Grade 9, 3rd Quarter Week 1, Types of Volcano. Volcano Quiz B. Use your illustration board and chalk to write your answer. You will have 30 seconds to answer each question. Highest pointer wins. These are natural opening in Earth's surface where molten rocks, smoke, gases, and ashes are ejected. It is a funnel-shaped depression at the top of a volcano formed as a result of an explosive eruption. Molten rock inside the Earth. Magma that is ejected out the Earth. A type of volcano that can erupt at any time and has a record of eruption within the last 600 years, or those that erupted 10,000 years ago. A type of volcano that is not erupting but is supposed to erupt again. A type of volcano that has not erupted in a very long time, so it probably will not ever erupt again. Learning competency, describe the different types of volcanoes and volcanic eruption, subject integration. English type of texts, informative, journalistic, literary prose poetry. At the end of the lesson, 100% of the students with 75% level of proficiency will be able to describe the different types of volcano according to its shape and eruption. Give examples of each type of volcano. Explain the importance of knowing the different types of volcanoes in everyday living. Watch and learn, watch attentively, take down important details on your notebook, and answer the following guide questions. What are the different types of volcano according to shape and eruption? Will you give one and describe it to the class? Will you name a volcano and give its type? How will you use your knowledge on the different types of volcanoes in your everyday living? Volcanoes can be classified according to its shape and according to its eruption. Let us have first the types of volcano according to its shape. The first type is shield volcano. This is formed by the accumulation of lava oozes out from the volcano. Since non-viscous lava can flow freely abroad, Slightly domed structure that resembles warrior's shield is formed. That is why it is called shield volcano, because it looks like a warrior's shield. Example is Mauna Loa in Hawaii. The second type is what we call cinder cone volcano. This is built from adjective lava fragments. They have speed, slope, wide crater, and is most abundant of the three major volcanoes. It is also known as scoria cone. Example is Mount Paracutin in Mexico. As you can see, it has steep slope and has a wide crater that are characteristics of a cinder cone volcano. Lastly, we have composite volcano. It is also known as stratovolcano. This is large, nearly perfect slope structure formed from the alternate solidification of both lava and pyroclastic deposits. According to volcanologists, or the people who study about volcanoes, some of the Earth's grandest mountains are composite or stratovolcanoes. One good example is our very own Mayon volcano, and those are the three types of volcano according to its shape. Again, we have shield volcano that is broad and resembles a warrior's shield. Cinder cone volcano, also known as scoria cone, and has wide craters. Composite volcano, or also known as stratovolcano with nearly perfect slope structure. But why do volcanoes have different types? It is because the process of magma formation is different at each type of plate boundary. Therefore, the composition of magma differs in each tectonic setting. Now, let us go to the different types of volcanic eruption, or the types of volcano according to its eruption. The first one is phreatic. It is a stream-driven eruption, as the hot rocks come in contact with water. It is also known as hydrothermal. Phreatic eruption is the type of eruption that happened to Ta'al volcano last January 12, 2020. Next we have phreatomagmatic. It is a violent eruption due to the contact between water and magma. Unlike phreatic, that happens because hot rocks come in contact with water. Phreatomagmatic eruption happens if there is an interaction between water and magma, resulting to a violent fine ash eruption. The third is strombolian. It is a period wicked to violent eruption, characterized by fountain lava. As shown in your screen right now, it is a fountain lava. The fourth one is what we call volcanian. It is characterized by tall eruption that reach up to 20-kilometer high with pyroclastic flow and ashfall tephra. Again, it is characterized as tall eruption. Lastly, we have Pulinian. It is excessively explosive type of eruption of gas and pyroclastics. It is intensely violent kind of eruption that happened to Mount Pinatubo year 1991. Again, the 5 types of volcanic eruption are phreatic or the stream-driven eruption that happens between the contact of hot rocks and water. Phreatomagmatic that happens between the interaction of magma and water resulting to a violent fine ash eruption. Strombolian eruption are characterized as fountain lava volcano. Volcanian or characterized as tall eruption, and the Plinian as the most excessively explosive eruption. But, why do we need to learn all these? Well, we better watch this. Volcanoes are one of Mother Nature's deadliest phenomena. You don't have to be nearby to suffer the consequences. Here's one example. In Mount Pelee, Caribbean, 1902, 30,000 death was reported. Less than a minute after the eruption, a heated gas cloud of 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit descended on Port St. Pierre. The gas heated the nearby lake to boiling temperature. There was no escape. Hence, it was considered as the worst volcanic disaster of the 20th century. Why do we need to learn all these? How will you use your knowledge on volcanoes, for your own, or for everyone's safety? Let us answer the guide question. What are the different types of volcano according to shape and eruption? Will you give one and describe it to the class? Will you name a volcano and give its type? How will you use your knowledge on the different types of volcanoes in your everyday living? Now, ponder on these. What do you think may happen if a volcano in your locality erupts during this time of pandemic? Can you give ways on how to prevent the spread of virus if this happens? Let us apply what we have learned today. In this activity, you will be divided into 4 groups. You will be given 8 minutes to accomplish the tasks, and you will be given 2 minutes per group to present your work. Before we proceed to the groupings, let us check the rubric first. For Group 1. All you must do here is to write an informative text type, specifically a personal essay on the things that you have learned today. Do not forget the introduction, which contains the thesis statement or main topic, the body, which contains the supporting details, and lastly, the conclusion, which may include your final thought or advice to your audience. Then, present it to class in a form of vlog. For Group 2, journalistic type of text, your group must write a news script on the things that you have learned today about volcanoes. In writing, bear in mind the lead, which contains the important details that answer the WH question, the body, which contains supporting details, and the tail, which are additional details on the news that you will write. You have to present it like a news anchor, similar to what you see when watching TV news program. For Group 3, literary type of text, your group must compose a poem or a song about the topic today. In doing so, do not forget that you can be creative. You may use rhyme and rhythm to make your lyrics or line more appealing. Then, you have to sing it or present it just like how poet reads his or her poem to the audience. For Group 4, literary type of text, your group must write a script for a skit or short role play where you will discuss or talk about the things that you have learned today. Be creative in doing so. You may consider acting as tourist with a tour guide explaining a scenery which includes volcano in it. Be sure to check the correctness of your English grammar, then, you have to role play it in the class.